Are we serious? I'm going to bed right now.
Yeah, no.
Dude! You're fooling the kid again. How many times have you come home this late? I was working and my shift ended late. Uh-huh. Oh. You still think I'm an idiot, don't you? Oh, nah. Just go to your room, man. Is this my room? I think it's their room. L room. It's got a TV, though. Okay. I'll mess with that.
What's happening?
I hear
Describe it to me.
Huh?
Describe to me things.
Thunder in a dark room.
It's black.
With the kids' rooms. Or with the kids. Well, creaky door. Man. In the doorway.
Oh no. Taking pictures?
No.
Oh. Just...
Mr. Redface is real!
It's Mr. Redface, which was what the mom described because it was the child's birthday. Mom said, if you go to bed early, then Mr.
Can you
Redface
give
will
me
give
a
gift.
present?
Mm.
Chat, he's real. Is that the gift from Mr. Redface? No way! Oh, nah, you better get rid of that thing right now. That looks cursed. Did the doll just speak to me? Hi, I'm Ron. What? You can talk? Of course, because I was created by magic. You better burn that thing right now. You better burn that thing. We can have the same name and appearance as you. That's right. Chat, would you burn this thing? What if it's
Hey,
a voodoo
play
doll
with
and
the
trying to
string
burn
with
it,
this
he burns
cat
himself?
because she wants to eat my string.
Cat, come over here.
Dude, this doll is
Read it to me. I can't hear it.
Or if you want me to read it to you, then I'll just do a playthrough without thing, and I'll just read it.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Alright.
Just because I can't look all the time.
Yeah, it makes sense. And he doesn't read all the time.
Have you seen the whole playthrough?
Yes.
You know what happens?
Uh-huh.
But it's worth it to read it to have me.
Yeah, it's worth it to let you know.
Dad parenting. When did that come out?
It's a more recent game, like 5 months ago.
Oh, okay.
But it's a relatively short game. But what is it called?
What is called?
What is it called? There's supposedly adding like more chapters to it for more things. You know.
Okay. As they do.
Yeah.
Here at Living Spaces,
I do
we
not
extend
get
our
two
heartfelt
bits.
support to families impacted by the recent wildfires.
Alright. Bad parent.
Thank you.
Mom, you're home late again. Come on, I was busy with work. Can you have some sympathy for me? But today's my birthday. Oh, of course, I know that. Then where is my gift? Have you ever heard of Mr. Redface? On the birthday of good children, Mr. Redface secretly leaves gifts while they are asleep. Really? Of course. If you want to get your gift, you have to go to bed right away. I'm going to bed right away, Mom. You're fooling the kid again. How many times have you came home this late? I was working, and my shift ended late. Bullshit. You still think I'm an idiot, don't you? Hey, little shit, get back to your room. Don't stand here eavesdropping on grown-up conversations. Okay.
This is when the red face man comes, huh?
This is about where they left off.
I stabbed myself. I just stabbed myself.
Yeah.
I'm fine. What's he doing?
He went to the closet with the doll.
Oh.
And there's... Is that the gift from Mr. Redface? No way! Hi, I'm Ron. What? You can talk? Of course, because I was created by magic. You even have the same name and appearance as me. That's right. My master made me just for you. But your neck seems a bit loose. It's okay. Sometimes my master makes mistakes. This is just a small flaw compared to the other dolls. What's important is that, from now on, I'll be your best friend. That sounds wonderful. Do you want to play something with me? My master stored my toys in the closet. Could you get them for me? The closet is still stuck? Can you try that again? I tried my best. I can't open it. Do you want me to do something else? I'm hungry. You're a doll. You can't even eat. No, you'll be the one eating, but I'll be able to feel everything you eat.
Oh my
My
god.
master linked all my senses and emotions
That's a lot.
to me, so I can. Wow, that's amazing.
You're doing great.
And Mr. Little Boy goes to the kitchen.
She's just staring at me.
Oh, there's a note on the fridge. I'm going to pause this and read it.
Okay.
You're reading this letter at 1 p.m., aren't you, sleepyhead? I've prepared your favorite dish in the fridge. So remember to heat it up before eating. Lately, I've noticed you've been getting lazy about eating. You know I don't have much time at home. So please learn to take care of yourself and stop making me worried. One thing, don't forget to take your medicine after eating. Mom.
Oh. Stab myself in the mouth. Let's not talk
What's
about
that?
it. By putting needles in my mouth. That's...
I did. Or no, I paused it again.
You paused it.
She's just walking around a bit. Opens the fridge. You're just holding something.
You have to put the doll down. Oh my god.
Yeah, he puts the doll on the seat. Takes the. And it's ready. Is that your favorite dish? Do you want to see me perform some magic? Yes, please. Alright, I'll make this plate of food never run out. Every time you finish eating, the dish will be restored to its original state. Crunch. Wow, that's amazing. What else can you do? The bottle. Bottle food.
Oh.
Scary red face.
That was weird.
And broken bottle. What? What just happened? I don't know. You guess. Oh no, the bottle. My dad's gonna whip my ass. I hope he's still asleep. Your dad? Don't worry, my master has taken your dad away. What did you say? Walks over.
He's already in there.
Where's my dad? As I said, my master has taken your dad away. Why? Because your dad is a bad person. He often hits you and yells at you. Parents like that are taken away by my master to protect children like you. But this is too much. My dad doesn't deserve that. He's a bad person. No, he's not. Please, let my dad go. I'm begging you. Alright, but my master won't like this. It's quite a long way there to where your dad is being held.
That's freaky.
You'll have to use a shortcut if you want to get there in time to save him. In time to save him. Show me the way. The shortcut is through your closet. Still can't open it? That's disappointing. I guess we'll have to use your parents' closet then. You should know that these closets can function like as portals. It can take you anywhere you want, including your dad, where your dad is being held. Give it a try. There's nothing in here. Oh right, I forgot. There's a few steps you need to activate this shortcut. Bring your dad's radio and place it in front of the closet. The radio will work like an elevator button. You just need to select a frequency first. If you choose the right frequency, the door will open.
Wow. I heard that noise. It's a little shit.
Seems like that's not it. Let's try again.
Are there any puzzles in this, or is it just a playthrough story?
Playthrough story.
Oh, okay. Curious.
I think this is the one. Go ahead and step in. I'll stay here and watch the rest.
So ominous.
There is a fire and a cat person looking at things. What's up? I'm looking for my dad. Describe. My dad's name is Bruce. Wait a moment. There are many Bruces here. Any more details? Is this Bruce a good Bruce or a bad Bruce? Well, my dad is a kind person who gets a bit angry. So he's a bad Bruce. Let me see. There's still many bad Bruces. More specifications, please. What else is it? He often yells. Still not enough. Sometimes hits me and slaps too. And that's all. The door is behind me. Three kids jump out. Boo! We just got startled. Who are you guys? Just like you. We're kids on our way to find our parents. We're staying in here for a bit too. Do you want to join us? I'm sorry, I'm a bit in a hurry. Okay, see you later.
Oh, that's weird.
Dad? Please stop punishing me. It's me, Dad. Please stop punishing me. What has he done to you? Come on, let's go home, or Mr. Redface will take both of us. Please stop punishing me.
Hey, psst.
Spell.
Mouse. Mouse.
Mouse!
What's she doing? She's trying to fight the bag.
Oh. Ron is in the closet. Mother.
Okay, that's a lot. Okay, that's too much.
Hey, what's wrong with you? Why are you hiding in the closet? Mr. Redface has taken Dad. Oh. Well, that's a good thing then. I'm not joking. It's a long story. Let me explain. How is your doll Ron doing today? Is he alright? The doll? Mom, how do you know about it? Of course I know, since you haven't taken your medicine today. This isn't the first time you've had such hallucinations. Every time you tell a different story, but the common factor is always that stupid doll. Don't you remember the previous times? No. Sigh. I don't know what's wrong with you. Just go to bed. It's midnight already. Oh. Mr. Edwards. What just happened, son? Are you alright? Do you feel better now? Yeah, Mom. It's Mr. Redfig. It's alright. Tomorrow I'll take the day off of work to stay home and take care of you. Really? Promise me, Mom. I promise. Now, go back to sleep. Yes, Mom. Mom? Sigh. You've broken the promise again. What happened to you? My master beat the shit out of me. He wasn't happy about what happened yesterday. I'm sorry, this is my fault. By the way, have you seen my mom anywhere? My master has taken her away. What? It just happened. I'm sorry I couldn't stop him. You should run away because he'll come back soon to take you too. No, I have to save Mom and my dad too. How? Don't you see what he did to me? Ron, I found this in my dad's prison. I think it might help us defeat him. That's the spell to defeat Mr. Redface. Come on, quickly. Go into the closet to find where your mom is being held. Kids are hiding behind them. Quickly throw the spell in here and take cover.
You're good to go. It's hard to name a thing in this lifetime that'll last me a lifetime, but I'll only need one interview.
Micro.
Tinker's mob editor, when you change the appearance of any particular
Takes cover. Mr. Redface. He's going back through to the closet. What's happening to you? My master has been defeated. The magic he casted me is also fading. Are you disappearing? Don't worry. This is what I wanted. You should go outside to see your parents. Dad, Mom, y'all are free now. You've been having an affair, haven't told you I was busy with work. Liar. You've neglected this family for another man. Aren't you ashamed to the light? And what about you? Don't you think you're better than me? You're just at home leeching off of me all year. What kind of father are you? No matter what I do, it's my business. I still bring money to the home to support my child. And if you still think I'm a whore, you're low. One more word. Fine. You and I won't get a divorce. One of us will have to move out of this house. And if you're still in here by tomorrow, I'll take my son and leave. You stay right there. Dad's up to you. This is worse stuff.
Mr. Redface.
He gets a red face. I won't let this happen. Walks towards Ron's room. No. This can't be true. I'm very sorry, Ron. Your closet. I think you're able to open it now.
Oh, is this like the Sixth Sense? Like he was dead this whole time?
This is... Why don't I know anything about this? You've always known. Because I'm the knowing part of you. You've tried to deny and reject all these things and made up stories to make yourself feel better about you and your dad. And me, I have to find a way to lead you back to the reality. I've tried many times, many ways to help you accept the truth and as easy as possible. And every time I failed, guess what happens? Tick-tock boom. Your memories reset back to the starting point, which was the night the dad murdered you. How long have I been dead? 14 days. It can't have been that long. What really happened to my parents? As for your dad, he's hiding in a cheap motel room. There's a closet in the motel room. And go home with me, Dad. What about my mom? She still sees me, doesn't she? That's right. Because she's only at home late at night. But if it is game time, son?
You just found out, like, 2 weeks later, your kid is dead? It's kind of rough. Yeah, initiation.
Do you have any clues about your husband's hiding place? Did you just drop something, ma'am? What is that? It's a business card for a motel. But I'm not sure if it's mine.
So Ron gets justice.
Killer father arrested.
Cool.
And then there's the kids from before eating. Girl in a duct tape.
Other kids
Kid
who
on
have
fire.
been killed by their parents.
Kid in the back of the trunk. And Ron in the closet.
Spooky.
Yeah. It's a relatively short game, but more is coming out.
Nice.
I'm playing Wii Sports baseball until I lose a game raging and funny moments.
No, that's too much for me. I can't do those.
Um,
I was listening to it and I was like happy when it was over.
if your message isn't completely unique, you're banned.
Hey, no. What about, did we finish H Bomber guy? Pathologic?
No.
Pathologic 2 is the one that I really watched, but let's just finish Pathologic. I think he goes into Pathologic 2. On the same one.
They're core hugely hacked together to barely do whatever they do, and even what seems like simple, slight changes run the risk of absolutely obliterating everything you hold dear. So a lot of the game's weakest aspects feel like a compromise for the inability or instability of the engine. In the story, for example, sometimes characters interact. They talk or get one another to do things, but while you're present, characters are never doing anything. They're just standing where they're supposed to be standing, and you go over and talk to them, and you get the impression they're in the middle of doing it or taking a break or something. Sometimes characters meet up to discuss something or get attacked by soldiers and escape, but it's always just happened when you walk in and everything's already over whenever you're there. It's not super immersion breaking, but a little more interaction or being able to watch the characters do the things you're told they did might have been nice. Also, characters sharing a space together don't seem to regard each other. They either do their idle animation and occasionally say lines like they normally do just next to each other.
Yes. What is there to talk about now? Are you sick or something? How's my brother? Any news on him?
Or they're completely frozen in place. You never even get to watch a conversation between two characters. Even when they're in the same room, you talk to each of them separately. Again, these aren't things I would really criticize the game for. These are reflective of the absolutely minuscule amount of budget and time the developers had, and the limitations of their engine. These are things that it would have been nice to see working better, but aren't a huge problem when you're actually playing. There's other technical problems too. There's this weird bug where the screen's entire color palette shifts when certain effects are playing, like fires or blood splatters during combat. I'm sure there's a fix for this, but I decided to just live with it. It felt in the spirit of things to do that, but it's still very distracting and definitely not intentional. All in all the little things like this contribute to the overall feeling that the creators had lofty ideas for their story and a world full of characters to interact with and environments to explore, but were limited in what they could accomplish. However, it's important not to confuse limitation with artistic choice, because some things in the game are easy to dismiss as problems, but work in the context of the story that's being told and the overall effect.
Punch the rat.
On that note, we haven't really talked about the graphics yet. Visually, even for the time, the game was regarded as pretty ugly. Everything is a weird, angular facsimile of what it's supposed to be. The color palette is drab. Infected and dying districts tint things even uglier shades, and all the minor NPCs look the same as each other. However, I think that ugliness was deliberate and actually serves a purpose. Oh no, it's the pretentious police! They found me! Oh, Jesus Christ! The game is set in a dying rural town. The sky is never clear. Everyone's sick, everything is depressing, and the filters that turn up in infected areas make everything even more sickly. The fairly low texture detail and polygon count do end up contributing to this look and feel in their own way. By being not much to look at, the downer tone set by the story and mechanics isn't thrown away by looking pretty. The game's art design when it comes to characters or the more interesting locations is imaginative enough that even if it doesn't look visually great, you can see what they're going for and understand what it's supposed to be at least. So, at least in my opinion, the art style contributes to the feel. I think it works that it looks like this and not other ways. But I'm not sure if I'm happy with saying that, because if the game had looked better, like if it was on par with Half-Life 2, I don't think I'd have been saying this should have looked worse, would I? It's one of those things where, because it works well enough for what it is, I don't feel a need to complain that the graphics are bad, even though obviously they could be better. People can decide for themselves where the experience is improved or worsened by things like bugs or inventory stuff or the combat or graphics or translation. And ultimately the game is what you get out of it. And for some people the line of what makes a game good is very far away from anything any version of this game is doing. It's completely understandable why some people don't engage with the game or want to and bounce off it. I certainly did that the first 2 times, so I can respect that. Like I said, it's not fun. I can't really recommend you play it. That's why I'm here sharing what I think is interesting about the experience and not telling you to play it for yourself. I suffered, so you didn't have to. Once you get over the initial humps and learn to deal with the difficult elements, cope with the survival mechanics and get good at walking, wow, what a phrase, get good at walking, learn to do a repetitive, unsatisfying thing on your way to a goal. Walking in Pathologic reminds me a little bit of doing exercise or cleaning my kitchen. It's not fun, but it's important to learn how to do it, or the empty cans of kidney beans that still have some juice and a bean or two in them you left on the side to figure out which bin to throw them out in start to smell after getting left there for a week and a half. That's not a real story. Once you figure out what the game is demanding of you, it doesn't stay as difficult as it seems. I think people tend to overstate the game's unpleasantness when it's not a constant, it's just an early spike as it teaches you what the experience is going to be like. Once you get into the swing of things, The Bachelor is a cakewalk, but without the cake. I mean, you aren't exactly given no help. Almost everyone important trusts the Bachelor, and he starts out with some useful items, a weapon, decent money, some medicine, and he can make a whole lot more during the game doing quests for the rich people who trust him. It is possible to get on top of the game's economy and survival mechanics as the Bachelor. It gets hard at times, and even harder if you insist on doing the good guy things in quests, like not running away with all the money or food you bought for that one quest, or giving away literally all the money you have, saving 6 random people from getting wrongly executed, which I didn't do. I loaded my save after this cutscene played and kept the money, and I'm a bad person for it. But even if you do all the good guy things, if you know what you're doing and take the opportunities that are given to you, you can make it through alive even while being a good person. The Bachelor's story is technically quite hard, but ultimately forgiving. It's a pretty balanced experience all in all. Anyway, the Harrispex' story begins with you bleeding to death. Upon arriving at his hometown via the train station after 10 years away studying surgery, the Harrispex, Artemi Burak, has been stabbed repeatedly in a fight with multiple people who believed him to be a murderer trying to escape via the station. Artemi's just got here and he's already bleeding out while wanted for his own father's murder. And this isn't just a cutscene that happens before the game starts. Oh no. You begin the game at the train station, surrounded by corpses with your health low, your reputation even lower, and your hunger and exhaustion meter's already half full. Now, if you were wondering why the Harrispex did what he did in his playthrough, here's the first of many reasons why. It turns out that for Artemi, everything was fucked all the time. Yeah, sure, the Bachelor playthrough was pretty hard. You maybe even figured out how to play it and not die too much. I bet you thought you were good at this game. That's where you're wrong. Daniil Dankovsky's Fun Step Vacation was just the tutorial for Artemi Burak's momentous nightmare.
Is there Pathologic 2? Because that one's cool.
Some people refer
It's
to
just
playing
fine.
the Harris packs as hard mode, and I must admit, at the beginning it is a little bit like getting stabbed in the dick, but after that it gets much worse. Remember that horrifying moral quandary as Dankovsky where you could risk 6 innocent people getting executed if you choose not to get involved in something that isn't your business anyway? The Harris packs has a moral quandary a million billion times harder, and it's his first quest. After getting chased into the warehouse territory by an angry mob, you go inside and meet a gang of children. This gang was there in the Bachelor's playthrough, but you only really visited them like once. They weren't really very interested in talking to you, and the Bachelor was too busy soaking up
I remember this.
important people to care
Yeah.
about a bunch of children. When you talk to Notkin, their leader, he says they have a rebel who stole something from them to defect to a rival gang. He says if you do him the favor of killing them for him, he'll give you a gun and some ammo. Now, I don't want to tip your hand as to whether that might be a useful item to have in this playthrough, but as soon as I left the building, a man